Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today we're back with a 2v2, myself with a few members of the community, going to be doing a nice thematic battle for you all. We've got the Dwarfen Alliance of Karak Kadrin and Clan Angrand going up against the Foul Skaven and Goblins who have joined forces in trying to retake Karak 8 Peaks. So let's get to the builds very briefly. I've got Ungrim Iron Fist leading the way for my army here, Dwarf Warriors, and we've got the Norgrimlings Iron Breakers, some Miners up front, some Longbeards as well. Of course, can't have Karak Kadrin without some Slayers, so we've got two of them, including the Dragonbacks. Got some Bugman's Rangers. For Clan Angrand here, Dwarf Warriors, Longbeards, more Dwarf Warriors. We've got some nice powder units. We've got some Thunderers, Iron Drakes, Trollhammer Torpedoes, Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, more Miners, Longbeards, the Goblobber, as well as a Rune Lord, Rune Smith, more Trollhammer Torpedoes, Thunderers, and Dwarf Warriors, and so on out to the flanks, and some Gyros for them as well. For the Skaven, currently getting hit by the said Gyros, we've got some Slaves, Horde Storm Vermin, Clan Rats, a couple Deathglow Bombardiers, Plague Claw Catapult, Lord Skrolk, Warlock Engineer. For the Greenskins, got Hammer of Gork, Black Orcs, Warlord's Boys, looks like Grimgore Ironhide, Night Goblin Shaman, more Orc Boys, Squig Hoppers and Skulkers, leading the way with some Goblins as well. A couple of Skirmish Cav here, Mangy Marauders and more Wolf Rider Archers. Some more Clan Rats and Storm Vermin through the center. So, yeah, nice wide army from the Greenskins and Skaven. And we're going to be kicking it off here with the Royal Dawi Air Force of Karak Kadrin coming in here, trying to take out this catapult crew as best we can. Deathwind Globadiers are going to be responding. Unfortunately, they have a bit of a hard time hitting flying units, especially when they're moving. You can see a lot of those shots just completely whiffing. Some of them do make contact, but they don't do the most damage in the world. The Poison Winds actually might be more effective against the Gyros, but, obviously you wouldn't expect this sort of large armored target, I guess. The Hammer of Gork crew also getting taken out by the Clan Angrand Gyros here. Beautiful stuff. The red and blue color scheme together especially looks pretty awesome, I have to say. So yeah, artillery advantage secured. The mainline fight's getting underway. You can see blasting charges already been thrown by this unit of vanguarded miners, who are going to be a bit of a roadblock to the advance. More blasting charges going down through the center, and the Goblins and Skaven going to be advancing all across the line here, just getting absolutely blasted to pieces as they come in here to fight the Dwarves. Yeah, wow, what a huge army. Just all across the board, advancing stunties. And the Trollhammer Torpedoes in a little bit of a dangerous situation. A bit of friendly fire there on the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, but no big deal. The Bugman's Rangers, since there's no threats immediately within our vicinity that we can see, there are some Death Runners here with those concealment bombs sneaking their way in. But nonetheless, we're just going to continue to kind of hold the line here. Yeah, sent in some Longbeards to help assist those miners. Managed to beat back some Goblins and Skaven Slaves. Here come the Storm Vermin, though. Bit heavier hitters and more staying power as well than the other Skaven and Goblin units, so they'll be sticking around for a minute. Meanwhile, the Greenskins definitely pushing this flank pretty aggressively. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass seeing back some Goblins, but Squig Hoppers trying to get in here as the Trollhammer Torpedoes open up shots. Gonna be pretty brutal stuff. We're dispatching the Dragonback Slayers to try and go after those Durkit Squigs, but it looks like Orc Boys being thrown in on those Slayers, so actually just the regular Slayers here. That's very cost-effective use of those Orc Boys there. They'll do great against those Slayers, trade very cost-effectively. Skulkers here pushing through, Dwarf Warriors, no surprises there, especially with the support of Orc Boys. Now the WA pops off, and this is going to affect the entire line of Skaven, Goblins, Orcs, and everyone. Thankfully for us, oh man, Storm Vermin with 56 attack, pushing through these miners here. Queek and Ungrim, actually. I thought it was Skrolk, it's actually Queek here. Queek's taking on Ungrim Iron Fist, just knocks him back with that Verminous Valor and going to go ahead and book it over to this line. I had been supporting with the Norgrimlings Iron Breakers, which will allow Ungrim to probably win that engagement there, but the Dawi Gyrocopters are now returning to the fight here, supporting. You can see these Gyros doing a great job blasting those nasty skulkers. Didn't quite catch in the back line, but we did have some Death Runners get into the Bugman's Rangers, Dragonback Slayers trying to see them off and re-secure the Rangers. But our opponent's doing a great job dropping that Warp Lightning right on top of the Bugman's Rangers, just doing a ton of damage there. Absolutely brutal stuff. So the line's collapsing a little bit, but this right flank where the Skaven kind of got broken up by the gyros, looking pretty rough. We did just drop a couple of bombs here in this front line as well. You can see the powder units opening up shots on this flank, also trying to see back those Deathblow Bombardiers so they can't do too much damage. The missile units over here just trying to pull back and reconsolidate, see if we can't get some infantry to hold the line a little bit here. We're going to sacrifice the Goblobber. It's used up most of its ammunition at this point, so not the biggest loss in the world. But yeah, some more bombs going down there on those clan rats. Absolutely brutal stuff, routing off a unit there and helping those Dwarf Warriors re-secure. The Norgrimlings Ironbreakers, these guys with their 86 melee defense and, 90 base models, they are just cleaning house on even the most elite Storm Vermin, elite Skaven infantry here. So, oh man, brutal Warp Lightning though, that will do some damage. Some excellent placement there, actually kills quite a few models on that. So, pretty good stuff. That Warlock Engineer definitely being very cost-effective. Meanwhile, Grimgor carving up this flank. The Greenskins pushing through. Clan Angren's having a tough time. They've definitely got Skaven and Greenskins pushing up this side here, just trying to overload this flank here. We've got some forces rallying, Dragonback Slayers, trying to hold back Orc Boys. Again, not the most cost-effective use, but Bugman's Rangers online, counter-firing those mangy Marauders a little bit there. Meanwhile, we do have some Dwarf Warriors holding here, some supporting gyros firing down into those guys there. Some Iron Drakes also firing into the Black Orcs. We're trying to hold these guys back. We've got some units that had won over on this flank now kind of sweeping up and around to hold back some of the units that are compromising. This is why I wanted to pull back the missile units so that we could kind of bring some of these guys up and around. You can see the Black Orcs there, Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, just all the Daka unloading, focus firing all the Thunderers, the Iron Drakes and everything on them. They're going to get seen off there. We've got more enemy forces incoming though. Another unit of Black Orcs are going to be focus firing again. Another WA popping off all across the board, so more speed and charge bonus for all of the Greenskins and Skaven. At this point, though, the Skaven forces are pretty tattered. That Warlock Engineer is still generating some great value, but a lot of the Skaven forces have been pushed, all across the field here. The Gyros definitely doing a great job, kind of being the Dawi mobility here. We're going to go ahead and bring the Karak Kadrin Gyros back over on this side. These Clan Angren Gyros continuing to fire away, doing a great job counter-skirmishing those Wolf Riders there. And yeah, anytime these Black Orcs try and get in, we're just going to do this, try and counter-fire. The Mangy Marauders charging in now that they're out of ammo, regroup Death Runners as well, but this multi-layer Dawi Daka squad is going to be able to hold here, especially with Bugman's Rangers being able to regenerate and kind of hold this front line here relatively well. They've got pretty good melee stats, 38 melee defense plus that regeneration from the whatever it's called, this thing, Liquid Fortification. That's it. Another beautiful Warp Lightning coming down. Yep. Oh man, just shredding those Bugman's Rangers. That Warlock Engineer up to 70 kills, just been absolutely brutal with that Warp Lightning so far. The Gyros, though, still plenty of ammo left, trying to do some damage to these Storm Vermin, finish off their leadership. The Iron Drakes, especially with their burnt effect in this late game, going to be very key. A really nice volley there from those Thunderers. The Dwarf Warriors definitely getting cut up by Black Orcs, but again, we're just trying to hold them. Go ahead and pull back the Bugman's Rangers as the Iron Drakes fire in on these Death Runners, and then they're going to be seen off. More Thunder fire going into the Storm Vermin there. Very good stuff. You can see the Rune Lord in a bit of a bad situation here. Grimgor Ironhide has got his paws on him, and the Rune Lord is just in all kinds of trouble getting smacked around. Grimgor will definitely put a beating on him. So far, Grimgor hasn't been touched too much. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue in the late game. Granted, the balance power is pretty well in our favor at this point, but we'll see as some of these units start to run out of ammo. Granted, we did shatter some of those Storm Vermin. Bit of friendly fire there on the Bugman's Rangers, but it's all good at the end of the day to hold back the Green Tide and the Vermin Tide. Oh man, just look at that. Look at that fire. We got fire, we got steam, we got gunpowder, all the Dawi ranged units here, just combined arms, trying to hold back these Black Orcs here, even pushing in the Rune Lord and a couple of these gyros to hold them back from these more important missile units back here. We did manage to screen out the Rune Lord with Ungrim Iron Fist here and the Norgrimlings Ironbreakers. These guys are going to be taking on Grimgor one-on-one. Because Grimgor is attacking the supporting elements here rather than attacking Ungrim himself, Ungrim's going to be able to get some good damage done. Now Grimgor turns his attention to Ungrim. Ungrim's going to start to take some pretty severe damage here. You can see only 35 melee defense means that Grimgor will definitely be able to take some chunks out of him, certainly. Nice rear charge there by the nasty Skulkers. But at this point, the leadership's not looking too great. These Black Orcs just about finished off there. And with the last of the ammo gone, we're going to go ahead and rear charge with the gyros here. Try and just finish off the leadership if we can. Oh man, looks like something just blew up there. But the Night Goblin Shaman routes, Grimgor just about finishes off Ungrim before hitting critical army losses. And at this point, it's just those unbreakable Night Goblins. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward as they get taken down there, unleashing the Fanatics at the end. But yeah, super fun battle. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Big thanks to Black Phillip, Romulan Dog, and Hitman Fluffy there for playing that one. It was a very fun thematic battle. And in terms of the army breakdown here, those Norgrimlings Ironbreakers holding the line. Definitely glad I brought them. 189 kills. Pretty healthy even towards the end of the battle. They're just such a hard unit to kill. Especially with, without either ranged units or shock units or anything like that. And because we were able to take out our opponent's artillery early on with the gyros, they definitely were able to sustain there. The gyros themselves definitely MVPs, both for myself and for Black Phillip. You can see just racking up a ton of kills, 70 plus kills just about on all of them. Only 65 here, but still 65, not bad at all. The Iron Drakes also roasting out a lot of kills and blowing up a whole bunch of units. 72, 81, 46. Thunderers were able to be secured for quite a bit of time as well. 108 kills on Dwarf Warriors, not bad at all. The infantry of Black Phillip was definitely able to hold the line long enough for us to get some work done with the missile units. Bugman's Rangers didn't do quite so well, but they were definitely involved in melee a lot more. They got tied up with those Death Runners from Romulan Dog. They were tied up with other units in the back line, the heroic units, and so on. So, all things considered, they did pretty well, though, able to stick around until the late game. That's definitely why I'd like to bring these guys. And, yeah, Slayers also doing their part as well, of course. Yeah, Romulan Dog, that Warlock Engineer, just excellent placement consistently with that Warp Lightning. In terms of the rest of the build, Deathblow Bombardiers ended up actually getting more kills than I expected, considering the situation they were put in. I was trying to focus them with my gyros as much as I could after the Plague Claw Catapult went down. But the Storm Vermin definitely doing decently. One of them kind of got smashed a little bit there, but I think that's the one that went up against the Norgrimlings Ironbreakers. Just couldn't break through that 80-something melee defense to get any kills there, unfortunately. But yeah, for Hitman Fluffy, definitely was able to collapse the flank pretty well with the Black Orcs, especially 100+ kills on 2 Black Orcs. Pretty impressive. Thankfully, I was able to deal with the Durkit Squigs pretty effectively, but A-Peak Loonies, 71 kills with the Fanatics. They must have got some good Fanatics casts that I didn't catch there. But anyway, super fun battle. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.